Yes, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for a video on crypto every day. My name's Austin. Great to have you checking in today. You are going to like this video. We have a lot of information to cover in this video, so let's get into it. I want to talk about Tron, I want to talk about Cardano, and I want to talk about Pundi X. But first, like always, let's do a quick market check-in. Right now, the market cap is seemingly forming some nice support around the $201 billion market cap. I'm not going to lie, a little discouraging to see. We've been here before. Multiple weeks ago, we were at 200. Just for the last few weeks, we've been going up, right? We saw 215, we saw 220, we saw 225, and then the other day we all watched it. The market crashed. We were right back down here to 200, 201. A lot of people say we have lower to go. And let me remind you guys that the lowest we've seen the market cap this year is $187 billion. So we're really not that far off. We're essentially, testing that just above that support again. Let's look at the top 10 team. Slight green day, even though Bitcoin, look at this. I mean, pretty stagnant, right? This is a support line if I've ever seen one. But Bitcoin dominance is back up to 53.9. I think at one point it was 54. And let's check this out. Bitcoin right now is at 6,277. And believe it or not, team, people come up to me and they say, hey, Bitcoin has farther to go. We are still going to go down. Let's zoom in on that a little bit because I want to talk about it. Like I said, Bitcoin 6,200. This is where we are right now. And this is Bitcoin over the last 3 months. When was the last time we tested the support line? Because this is near bottom for the year. Well, last time we hit it once a few weeks ago for a minute in September. We hit it a couple months ago, August 10th, and we hit it multiple months ago, July 13th. Wow, guys, it is thundering in Los Angeles today. I know you guys are used to thunder. We are not out here. So don't mind that noise if you hear it. Anyway, so 3 separate times we have tested this support. And this is where I'm coming from. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy. Make your own decisions. But if we have tested the 6,000/6,200 support line, half a dozen different times this year, why now would this not be the bottom? Right? The market has shown, the hodlers, the whales, they've all shown they're not willing to sell past 6,000. So why would they now? So, I know some of you accuse me of being a constant moon boy or being positive, but because of all the positive news we've been seeing in the market, I still think we're going up. I think we're on our way up. Guys, give this video a like if you believe we're on our way up. Or let me know otherwise in the comments. But let's get into some news. Have you guys heard about this? This is a tweet, and I'll zoom in on this in a second, but from the CEO of Tron. Tron's CEO tweets a forthcoming partnership with industry giant valued at tens of billions of dollars. So this could be huge for Tron. Justin Sun, CEO, decentralized internet startup Tron, has hinted at a forthcoming partnership with an unknown firm valued at tens of billions of dollars. Guys, this is so Justin, if I can be that familiar. Right? I mean, like the guy, say what you want about him, he's a hype man. Now, he's a smart guy as well, but he loves to hype, and this is basically an announcement for an announcement. So he asks everybody to guess the name. And whatever company this is, if it's tens of billions of dollars, this could be huge if they bring a lot of clientele with them, if they bring people that need blockchain. Let's keep reading. Twitter followers, so after he said guess the name of this billion dollar company, Twitter followers were quick to join the guessing game. One proposed Alibaba. Now, people have been proposing this partnership for years with Justin Sun. I think it'll definitely happen eventually. But Alibaba. Sun is a graduate of Alibaba founder Jack Ma. Jack Ma's Hupan University, as his Twitter profile states. So a lot of people are guessing Alibaba, and I think while this partnership will happen eventually, some other people replied, hey, Alibaba is worth more than $500 billion. It's not tens of billions of dollars. So it's not that. Others suggested Baidu, which is a Chinese company. I think it's one of the biggest AI/internet companies in Shanghai. Somebody else suggested Clover, and more than one person suggested Disney. None of these have been confirmed at press time. Guys, this is where I'm coming from. If Alibaba is not a contender because it's 500 billion, I think Disney is worth a little bit more than tens of billions. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I love Aladdin and Toy Story. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let's talk about it in the comments. I mean, who knows what it is? This is classic Justin to pull something like this, but you know what? It worked. It has people talking. And we'll keep you updated, team. Let's keep going. I retweeted this for you guys on our Twitter. Feel free to follow us. Link in the description below. And I'll support him. Let's keep going, guys. This is the announcement we've been waiting for. This just happened last night in a live video from Charles Hoskinson. I was shocked. I was honestly shocked when I read this. Let me report this to you guys. Charles Hoskinson breaks with the Cardano Foundation, so a little civil war happening in Cardano. Says the best is yet to come for cryptocurrency ADA. So let me clue you guys in, because this is the big story, and this is a 13-minute video that he made, so I'll leave a link in the description below. But you know what? It was 13 minutes. I'm going to sum it up in 3. In a candid video, Charles Hoskinson, creator of Cardano, a lot of people call him the Steve Jobs of crypto, creator of Cardano, reveals the struggles he's been having with the Cardano Foundation and the challenges of using a centralized body to propel a decentralized technology. So, infighting in the Cardano Foundation, and while he's not technically running the Cardano Foundation, Hoskinson, co-founder of BitShares, Ethereum, and Ethereum Classic, so very accomplished in the crypto community, who is also the chief executive officer of IOHK, so that's his leg of Cardano, IOHK, and that's the technology and engineering company that developed Cardano, just aired his grievances about the Cardano Foundation in a live stream on YouTube. The issues have caused him and Amerigo, I think that's spelled incorrectly, but Amerigo, to break away from Cardano Foundation and its chairman, Michael Parsons. So they're having big issues with Michael Parsons. And think of Cardano, the cryptocurrency, as 3 legs. There's IOHK, that's where Charles Hoskinson, that's what he's running. There's Amerigo, another leg. And then there's the Cardano Foundation, a 3rd leg. And Cardano Foundation's out. In the video, Hoskinson pointed out that the Cardano community came forward, so this was not their doing, this was brought up by community members themselves, maybe some of you guys, but it was brought up by the Cardano community came forward to say that the Cardano Foundation was simply not doing its job. According to Hoskinson, the board has not executed on its core responsibilities and duties. So if you don't execute, why do we need you? And what does that mean? What were their responsibilities? And what did he mean by a centralized body in a decentralized technology? And I'm going to go on to answer all these specific questions, but let's just read this quote and this little info from Cardano first. So Cardano, let's just sum it up. Cardano has big ambitions to bring greater financial inclusion for people around the world. As an open-sourced, decentralized public blockchain and cryptocurrency platform that uses ADA as its native token to send and receive digital funds, it aims to transform future commerce and business through self-regulating, decentralized applications that are not controlled by a single party. So that's their aim, and let's see an exact quote on what Hoskinson says. Traditionally, when a cryptocurrency is launched, there is a central foundation, right? We see this block 1 for EOS. I'm blanking on the others, but there has to be. And there's traditionally always a centralized foundation. And that foundation, why do we need a centralized foundation? Because they're usually responsible for issuing a token, for community management, exchange listing, partnerships, right? The construction of the cryptocurrency and the business development, as well as encouraging people to build on top of the protocol, guys. So, we need some sort of centralization to handle all this stuff. But the problem with this approach is that there is just simply too much power and responsibility for one entity. And there is a natural organizational resistance towards decentralization. So what's that mean? In other words, for the sake of expediency or for the sake of progress or competitiveness, there's just a tendency to keep things in their centralized format to move as quickly as possible. So essentially what he's saying is Cardano Foundation's, what was his name? Michael Parsons. He was having trouble decentralizing the whole thing. He was retaining a little too much power and not executing on what he was supposed to do. IOHK signed a contract 3 years ago to work on the Cardano project. As such, their goal was to handle certain tasks, including the peer review process and third-party reviews. So IOHK had to handle peer review process and third-party code reviews. I think this is how you spell it. Amerigo joined the Cardano ecosystem to manage the venture capital and business development side. So Amerigo was one leg, IOHK was another leg. Those were their responsibilities. And then there was a third leg, the Cardano Foundation. Several tasks remained, and those were assigned to the Cardano Foundation. Apparently, there was a long list of duties on its plate, and many of them were administrative, such as procuring trademarks, and the foundation was also tasked with difficult and sweeping efforts regarding regulatory outreach and lobbying. Guys, don't fall asleep on me out there. I'm going to sum this up in a sec. As well as community outreach in order to push ADA into the real world to make the technology practical and useful. So Cardano Foundation was in charge of administrative stuff like trademarks, community outreach. They had a job to do. What's the problem? Michael Parsons, who was selected to be the ambassador of the Cardano Foundation, was also expected to build a robust board. After several years, the board has dwindled to 2 people, including Parsons. Now, in his live video, I forget the other guy's name, but Hoskinson said that out of the 2 people on the board, they liked the other guy. The other guy's he's a friend and he's helpful in the community. But Parsons, he has to fill that board up, and he's just retaining all the power for himself. And also, this article doesn't mention a team, but in this he said that he accused Parsons of being, what's the word when you hire your family, guys? Nepotism. Putting his son-in-law on the board when other more qualified people were there. Team, only our president, Trump, is allowed to do that. Kidding. IOHK and Amerigo will assume, so this is the solution, guys, and this was what this video is all about. IOHK and Amerigo will assume all of the duties of the Cardano Foundation. Hoskinson believes that reconfiguration will improve. So Hoskinson believes that them assuming the powers of the Cardano Foundation will improve Cardano's roadmap and the rollout of its projects and technologies. He finishes on to say he believes that the best days of Cardano lie ahead and affirms that the internal changes won't disrupt the community or its goals in any way, since the foundation is not in control of IOHK and Amerigo's funds. So they're saying the foundation is not in control of IOHK and Amerigo's funds, and this article does not mention it, but guys, I'm going to clue you in, right? That's why you subscribe. He also says that because of their investment in Bitcoin, the appreciation of their investment of Bitcoin, he says they also have funds because of that. So while they do this infighting with the foundation, it won't be an issue. The roadmap completions will still get done. If anything, they'll be more efficient. Let me give you my takeaways, guys, because this video, Charles Hoskinson, he was so gentle. He was so, gentle is a weird word, but he was so upfront and honest. The transparency that he showed honestly made me glad that I support and invest in Cardano even more. He was very open, and I mean, I think this is what needs to happen. No company is perfect, and they say they're nipping it in the bud right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, team. Let's move on. We got one more piece of news left, but just a reminder, if you're getting any value out of today's video, please like and subscribe to the channel. just helps us grow. We are a relatively new channel, but we're growing, thanks to you guys. Anyway, last piece of news. Have you guys heard about this? Crypto startup Pundi X says that it made the first blockchain phone call. What does that even mean? Let's read this. Having launched a crypto-based point-of-sale device earlier this year. So yes, if you guys don't know what Pundi X is, a lot of people think that they will be the reason that we get mass adoption. A device at the point of sale, whether that's on a merchant, with a merchant or whatever, where you can use crypto to pay for goods and services. So that's what they do. They launched a crypto-based, and they're already out. They already have a working product. Launched a crypto-based point-of-sale device earlier this year with the goal of making cryptocurrency payments easier on the go. Pundi X now claims to have made the first blockchain phone call, according to a recent Medium post by the company co-founder Pit Hung. The call was made on the startup's newest device called the X phone. This is interesting, guys, because we know about, the internet on the blockchain, right? Substratum's doing that. Elastos is doing a form of that, putting the internet on a decentralized blockchain. But the phone calls using blockchain, let's find out how that works. And it's called the X phone. Reminds me of the iPhone X. The X phone, what is the X phone? It is a blockchain phone that doesn't use any centralized mobile carrier to function. So, right, that's the point. And it works on the Function X blockchain created by Pundi X. So this is a different blockchain than the one Pundi's cryptocurrency is on, I guess. But it's on the decentralized blockchain Function X. Team, what's Function X? The Function X blockchain is an in-house network developed by the Pundi X team to solve some of the problems encountered with current blockchain platforms, such as scalability, easy publishing of dApps, and decentralization of the internet. This is very, very interesting, guys. I had no clue that Pundi X was even working on a blockchain cell phone. One more thing that I want to give you my takeaways. The developer at Pundi X claims that the Function X OS is built off the back of the Android OS 9.0. Interesting. I have an Android, which makes it compatible with Android apps, making it easier for developers and users to transition to the platform. New dApps will also be easier to create, publish, and are the startup claims. So guys, this is it. I believe this is the, what's it called? X phone. I was almost going to say iPhone X. This is the X phone, and it's a blockchain phone. So I got to give props to Pundi on this one, because very few other people are doing this in the crypto space. And the only other one I can think of is the one that we all kind of know, Sirin Labs. They made news a couple months ago, and this is actually launching, I believe, November, next month. Sirin Labs partnered with HTC, and they have the first $1,000 plus blockchain phone. So if you want to spend $1,000 on HTC, you can get a blockchain phone with Sirin Labs. I'm not sure this is being sold yet. Let's see this last thing. Pundi X isn't the only company working on a blockchain phone. Smartphone manufacturer HTC and the cryptocurrency startup Sirin Labs is also working on this. That's what I said. So let's review, guys, because honestly, the only people I see using a $1,000 Sirin Labs HTC blockchain phone are people that are really into cryptocurrency, right? People that want to be able to store and use dApps and store, their crypto on their own phone, stuff like that. So I don't think the HTC phone will lead to any mass adoption. I think it'll just make people that already have crypto easier to use. But now that Pundi X, this is not what I wanted. I wanted, let's see, Pundi X. I just want to compare Sirin Labs team to Pundi X. What I wanted was this right here. So guys, Sirin Labs is an ultra low cap coin ranked 223, and they're product of the bear market. I don't know if Sirin Labs will last the long run. Maybe when the phone comes out it'll change things, but that's opposed to Pundi X, which is ranked 42. And while they don't have a working product out there yet, Pundi X is doing way better in terms of value, in terms of market cap. Now, team, I'll be very transparent, much like Charles Hoskinson, and I'll be transparent when I say that while I support what PundiX is about, it does have a working product in certain locations. I just see what if something that's already has a point of sale, the competitive advantage. Like what if Square starts? It would be very, very easy for somebody like Square to just make cryptocurrency payments attached to the amount of payments they accept. And something like Square, they're already at the point of sale. They're already in merchants' stores, and I think that would have be a real problem for Pundi. So who knows, if Pundi can get there, then all you early investors, you'll have really made the smart move. But just let me know what you think. Will you be purchasing the Pundi X phone? Let me know. Guys, again, I'm going to leave this down below. Link in the description. This is the uncle I never had. Guys, give the video a like. Subscribe to the channel. We do this kind of stuff every single day. And follow us on Twitter. Link in the description below. But we'll see you tomorrow, team.